Hi Cancer, my name is Audrey Alison. Thank you for joining me for your October 2016 forecast for the month. I had to take it to the porch side of the house. The tree was cut down out back and it's absolutely unbearably hot. I can't record out there for longer than an hour. So I'm out here and I'm thankful that you're joining me regardless of my location. And thank you for subscribing to this channel and for your support on my Facebook page, Audrey Alison Astrology and Tarot, and as well as your support on IG at Summer Jemmy. I know a lot of you haven't caught on to that yet, but I am on Instagram, and it's a personal IG account, but I'll throw up some astrology here and there. If you're into it, that's cool. If not, totally cool. I'm using the Alchemical deck by Robert M. Place. It's my steadfast deck. I'll read with this one if you call me for a reading. Let's get to the forecast. You know, October is tricky and it's trick-or-treat time, so that's apropos. Let's start the month on the 7th of October. We have Mercury entering the sign of Libra. And when he does so, he will join the Sun and Jupiter, be conjunct both of those planets. And this is in your 4th house of environment, of home, of motherhood, of mother, I should say, the maternal root, your mother, where you come from, your foundation, maybe the home you grew up in, or maybe it's just new roots you are planting here, Cancer. With Mercury in your 4th house, conjunct the Sun and Jupiter, this is a big move. You upgrade it because Jupiter, having just entered your 4th house in September, a lot of Cancerians moved into a larger place, especially conjunct the Sun. That's very expansive energy. It's the most expansive energy. The only thing that could be even better is if Venus was involved in the mix in order to decorate the home. But still, this whole full year while Jupiter is in this sign, in the sector for you in Libra, you're expanding the environment. You could be adding on additions to the home. You could be just moving to a larger place. But Mercury here, this is communications in the home. This is details, analysis, review of the home, or communications with the mother. Maybe there's some of you who need to have mom in the home. Who knows? Could apply in different ways for every Cancer. The readings are general. It could apply differently to every Cancer, and I really suggest that you watch your ascendant, your rising sign, as well as your moon sign to draw from the forecasts and apply them at your own volition. You know best. You know what works for you. I'm giving general forecasts and interpreting planetary energy, as well as using my clairvoyance that I was born with in interpreting the tarot. So, now that I've gotten that out, let's talk about the full moon, which is on the 16th of October, our full moon at 23 degrees of Aries in your 10th house of career. My best friend is a Cancer, and I just got a little insight about her. You're going to be switching it up in the job, Cancer. You could see an end to one certain type of career position and then switched into another career position. The full moon will bring an ending in the 10th house. Some of you could be easily moving on, promoted out of that position, or retiring. 10th house is the highest place on the astrological wheel next to the midheaven in between the 9th and the 10th houses. It's how you're projecting yourself out into the world, how you are seen. And I feel like some Cancerians are putting an end to a particular career or position and starting a new position. On the 18th, or either way, the full moon is illuminating this sector. So it will become aware to you what needs to be done. You'll see how this will apply to you. You could just have a new title too. You could end one title and start another. On the 18th, Venus enters Sagittarius. And when she does so, she'll be conjunct Saturn. And this is in your 6th house of daily routine and work and regimen. So Cancer, having Saturn in this sector for you for 3 years until December 21st of 2017, there is a restructuring of your work. And you might feel it uncomfortably because Saturn doesn't do things smoothly like Venus does. Saturn is controlling and limiting. You might have bosses that are oppressing you. And Saturn is kind of the planet that keeps you under his thumb a little bit while he's tweaking and having you learn lessons in the 6th house of diet, health, work, routine, your route to work, to and from work. But with Venus here, this is a smoothing over. She's lessening up this hold that Saturn's had in the 6th house, and you could see more harmony in how you are getting to work, how you are working, how you are using the hours within the structure of your day to get shit done, to get your work done, to drop your child off at daycare prior to work. The arrangement of all of this, I see like a map and like routes, and Cancerians are going like, I got to get here, I got to get here. So Venus is going to help smooth over what's the easiest way to get this done. How can I do this effortlessly? How can I do this with balance? How can I do this with harmony for all involved? That's what this is about. And I love this because it's from the 18th of October through the rest of the month and 2 weeks into November. So that's spectacular. On the 22nd, this is all about Scorpio now. Now we're getting into our witchy little Halloween vibe, which I'm super into this year. And normally I'm really not. So I'm kind of proud of myself because I'm like really into this Halloween vibe. On the 22nd, the sun moves into Scorpio, okay? And then 2 days later, on the 24th, Mercury moves into Scorpio. And then 6 days later, we have our new moon at 7 degrees of Scorpio. All in your 5th house, Cancer. 5th house of fun. 5th house of children, true love and romance, creative endeavors, sports, gambling, fun leisurely activities, and your pursuit of leisure. The 5th house of, fertility. So pregnancies and the new moon on the 30th and the 5th. If Cancer isn't looking to have children, you might want to consider protecting yourself there if you're still able to go there, because the new moon in the 5th could see a little seed planted. I'm telling you that right now. And this applies to the men as well. You're half responsible for this, so you got to wrap it up. Or through most of the month, we have these squares happening. And this is pretty abrupt, and there's some weird energy happening with Mars and Pluto. Mars is sitting on top of Pluto in the sign of Capricorn, exactly, on the 12th of October. And I mentioned this in the September forecasts. Through November 4th, there is a square between Uranus and Pluto and Mars and Pluto against Uranus. So this is in your 7th house of marriage and your 10th house of career. For you specifically, this could apply to struggles, discord, and rearrangement in the connection between your relationship and your job. You're not spending enough time with relationship, or vice versa. Your job feels like you're not spending enough time with them. But on a global level, this could be very upsetting for natural disasters, volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, and that sort of thing. Although I don't wish that, it's unavoidable when Mars, the planet of fire and aggression and anger, is sitting on top of Pluto, the planet of death and destruction and ash, and is squaring 90 degrees away uncomfortably Uranus, the planet of electricity, shock, and upheaval. The last time we had this intense, we did go through some earthquakes, and I talked about that, and then we had one in Yosemite. So we'll see how this applies. I certainly hope not. I feel like globally this is about our election here in the States. Since it's falling through the 11-4 period of our election here in the Northern Hemisphere in the States, there's a lot of people that aren't going to be happy. And we could see a lot of riots or some things go down. I don't know. I just don't like the energy. But on the 4th, Mars and Pluto will be at a 9-degree separation, which then dissipates a lot of that energy that they have on top of each other. Let's get to the cards and see what they have to say for Cancer for October. And if you'd like to read with me, I'm at audreyallison.com. You can select your desired reading length via the PayPal button, and I will get back to you in an email in just a few days. It does take me a little bit to get back to emails, so you don't need to email me that you've purchased a reading. I know that you have. I just have a schedule that I like to stick to. You don't have to wait too long. Patience is a virtue. Let's get to the cards. For Cancer, yes, literally yes. This is the card of yes. The Ace of Swords, victory. Clear thinking, sober clear thinking. Making clear decisions and success. Let's see what else comes up. Knight of Cups, younger, water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Also your own intuition, finding answers within. He's in the water. He's protected in his gear, but he's also in the water. Some of you might want to experience something emotionally, but you're remaining guarded. Perhaps with a Pisces too, because I see this little fish in the bottom and it's making me think of Pisces. Don't be as guarded as you are. Oh, and look at this. King of Cups. So this could be your progression in life, going from the Knight to the King of Cups, water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but I'm sure this is about you, Cancer. Well, it could apply to people differently, so please watch your ascendant and your moon signs and incorporate the forecast with them, because you can draw from them and have your own forecast out of all three. But the King of Cups is very intuitive. I mean, this is very psychic energy. I would trust your gut throughout the month of October. Cancer, if you're not feeling a certain environment, don't go there. If you're feeling like your dreams are giving you messages, premonition-wise, overactive REM sleep, heed those, write them down. The Lovers. This is the card of Gemini in the Tarot, but this is also your attraction, your lust, your sex life. And some of you, not all of you, some of you have a love triangle happening here, because just as much as there's the two lovers on the Lover's card, there's the angel above. It indicates three people in this romance. Not always, but I'm throwing it out there because these are general forecasts. If you want something specifically for you, you will have to book with me. Okay, King of Swords. Wow, this is interesting. I feel like there's a Gemini in Cancer's life, or in the mix, because the King of Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and this is definitely Gemini. So I'm getting a lot of air here. Or perhaps some of you need to upgrade attorneys, Cancer. For those of you involved, oh yes. I just got yes. Okay, so some of you are in legal situations. You're going to have success in your outcome. To start the reading with the Ace of Swords, I love this card. This is certainty. It's like a defined, definitive victory. It's a card of victory. Legally, you might need to upgrade attorneys and get shit handled that way. Go for the guy who is experienced, the king, not the knight. Now, some of you might be dealing with this in terms of, you know, a relationship, a divorce, or someone that you had once loved, and now you have to get your sword prepared in a way. But I'm not getting cards that indicate divorce. I'm just kind of throwing that out there because the Lovers is in the center. Your intuition is extremely potent, Cancer. So you need to trust that in October. I don't think you could go wrong. And last card, Two of Wands. Some of you are in very extremely hot relationships, which is great. You've got Mercury and Venus on this card. Venus down here, Mercury up here. Hermes and Aphrodite, the goddess of love and the messenger. Your communication's on point. Your communication is actually what helps you in the boudoir, in the bedroom, because this is a very physical and sexual card. And the Lovers is communication, and these are communications. So that could spice things up for you, is talking things through and being open and honest. Honesty, sober, clear thinking with the Ace of Swords. Thanks so much, Cancer. I hope this was helpful. I'm wishing you a sweet October, and remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.